Are you thinking about spending $250 on VEO free? Hold up, in this video I will break down everything you need to know before spending a dime. I compare VEO free to Kling and reveal what most reviews skip. I will also show you how to access VEO free for free so you can save your time, money, and maybe your sanity. Let's dive in. So here we go. VEO free is actually a thing right now, and many people say that it has a potential to kill all other video generators. If it's true, I'm not really sure yet. It has a potential, but well, if it will be used properly, we'll see. So this is the main website. If you don't know, this is what it looks like. You can try it in Gemini or also in Flow, and I would say Flow is a little bit better option. And you also have Google AI Studio where you can try it out. So I will present you with all the options available. There's also one more option, which is Whisk, but we will not talk about this option that much in this video. Main website, probably all of you already know. So we have this video that was quite viral on YouTube, and people know this sailor that is speaking. And this is what you can do with VEO free. You can add sound effects, you can add ambient noise or even dialogue to your creations, which is, I would say, a big step up, because in the past you had to do it manually, add all those things manually, and well, the process wasn't that streamlined as it is right now. But in terms of quality, I would say sometimes it is better, but sometimes it is not. And I will explain in a second. Here we have all the prompts that are available, so you can test them by yourself if you would like to. I'll use a few of them, and then I'll also show you the comparison with Kling. And also I will share with you what, in my opinion, is the best approach with all these models, and what is the best for your wallet and for your YouTube journey as well. So without further ado, this was the website. They will be adding probably new functionalities later, but for now, this is what we can see. Now, in terms of pricing, this is quite pricey, I need to admit, because to access it, you have a few options. So as I mentioned, you can access limited version for free, and you can use VEO2 for free. And if you would like to use VEO free without any restrictions, it's kind of difficult, but there are a few options. So one option is, of course, Google AI Pro. And if you take this subscription, you pay $0 for the first month, and there is no long-term agreement. So you can even cancel the subscription before you pay anything and create your videos. So this is what you are getting: 1,000 monthly credits. And for 1,000 monthly credits, you are able to create 10 videos with VEO free. So as you can see, one video with VEO free costs 100 credits. With quality version of VEO2, it's also the same cost, it's 100 credits. But then if you take fast generation, which is again VEO2 but faster, then you pay 10 credits. So depending on what model you will pick, you can either create 10 videos or 100 videos. So this is the difference. It still is quite expensive in my opinion. However, if you really need a lot of credits, then I would say the only option is the very expensive one, which is $250 per month. For the first 3 months, it's gonna be cheaper, it's 150, and then you're getting 12,000 AI credits to use Flow and also Whisk. So this is really your option if you would like to use it. I would say the price is very similar to Runway or any other major video generator out there, but let's find out if it's really worth it. So this is Flow, and here we'll be creating videos. We'll be also using Gemini for some of them, and we'll be using Kling. Since I've created some videos in Kling before, we'll start by taking videos from here. But let's just try something what they had on the website. So before I compare VEO to Kling, let me show you a few generations from prompts that I had on the website. So here we have the first one, here we have the whole prompt, and here we also have the video. So as you can see, we have the noises here, and the video looks alright. It looks quite realistic, I would say. There are no problems with this video. It looks very real. If you would use it in a movie, I would say it will be a very good footage. So it looks very, very real. So this is a very nice generation, I would say. Everything looks real. There are no problems whatsoever, but it's also not very difficult generation. Now, here we have the next one. The prompt is very short. We have third-person view from behind a bee as it flies really fast around a backyard barbecue. And here is the video. So it's a nice video. I'm not sure what you think about this, but I like the third person view very much in videos like that. It is very interesting. So this is something that is usually quite difficult to achieve with AI. It's a good proof that VEO3 is actually a good model. Here we have something different, and this one, in my opinion, doesn't work that well, but the prompt also isn't that great. So here is the prompt, and here is the whole video. If we watch the video, it looks alright to the point where this dragon is, let's say, appearing behind the guy. So there's only one problem. where this dragon is going through the tree. In this situation, I would say that this dragon is actually helping this knight, not necessarily fighting with him. So let's say they are fighting together versus, let's say, an other army or whatever it is. So in this case, it would be a good generation, but I wanted to achieve a little bit something a little bit different. But let's say the prompt isn't very specific about it. So it might be a problem with my prompt, but still the video looks alright despite these two problems, or one of them can be actually considered a feature and one of them can be considered a problem where this dragon is just going through this tree, right? Here we have the next one. And to be honest, this one could be better. So here we have a whole prompt. It's a very long prompt, as you can see. But nevertheless, let me show you the video right now because, well, I would say it's not that great as a video that they posted on their website. Okay, so I would say it looks alright, but it doesn't have that much motion, that much movement as the previous video. So again, it's a good generation, but not necessarily the best one. But I want to show you what you can get with average generations. This is the first time I'm trying this tool. I wasn't creating 5 versions to show you the best one. This is just first attempt to create a video, and this is what I'm getting with VEO3. So for now, it looks alright. Now here we have the next one. So we have again prompt that I took from the main website, and here we have the video. And to be honest, with what I'm seeing right now with this video and a few other, is that they made this video model for game developers or to actually attract companies that will be making games, because plenty of these look actually like setup from games. And this is a really big market. And to be honest, if I would had a choice by myself to sell a service to developers that have a lot of money to spend and to normal users like you or me, I would definitely prefer to sell it to a company, and they'll be way stable, more money in. It makes sense to create something like that, and probably users like me and you will be just using this tool, but not as much as gaming companies, for example. Okay, so now it will be time to compare other prompts that I created on Kling. So let me show you the first one. The first one will be this guy here. So let me show you the prompt because the prompt disappeared. So here we have a whole prompt we used for this video, Kling 2.0 master, and here is the whole video. In my opinion, this video looks very nice. So here is the outcome. We can see there is the movement that I wanted to achieve with a prompt. It looks alright, there is no distortion, although it looks a little bit gamey. It's still a nice generation and a good video in my opinion. Now we have the same video, but I recreated it with Gemini, where you have VEO2. And as you can see, this video is not that great. So it starts a little bit weird, and the first part it will be okay. Let's say he's sliding on this ice block or whatever it is, but then he suddenly turns and running quite weirdly. So VEO2 didn't do that great job with this prompt. At this point, Kling did better job. Now let's compare it to VEO3. So here we have VEO3. As you can see, the same prompt, very short one. And here we have VEO3. Okay, so what do you think? I'm actually not sure which one is better. Is it VEO3 or is it VEO2? I would say in this case, VEO3 looks a little bit better. It looks more realistic, especially with this knight, or how you call him, barbarian, whatever it is. Still, I would say it looks a little bit better. Although there is a little bit of distortion and it's like weird movement between one mountain to another, I would still say this video looks better on VEO3, but let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. Now let's take another video. So we have this video here where we have this woman, he's just jumping and dancing happily. So it's a very simple prompt. We're using Kling 2.1, this version here, and it's standard mode. So as you can see, this is the cheapest option ever because this option costs you only 20 credits, as you can see here, right? 20 credits. So we just need to upload our image, which is this image here, and then we created the video. So I'm going to now show you the whole video, and then we'll recreate the same video with VEO2. So here is the video. So as you can see, it looks quite alright. She's dancing, we can see bouncing movements. So the quality is alright. I would say it's not as good as the most advanced model on Kling, but it's still alright. Here is the master model, but 2.0. So let's say one model before, but I would say this one is even better, even though it's older model. So here is the video. So just look at the dance, the movement. There is so much movement here. The generation, in my opinion, is very, very good. So this is, in my opinion, very good video. Now let's do the same with VEO. So Here is our flow, and here we can pick some videos. This is of course a video I created before from the main website. I'll come back to it in a second, but this is what we created here. So here we have again a woman jumping and dancing happily, and here is the whole video. As you can see, we have sound here, we have some background noises, but the video is not that great in my opinion. And as you can see, it's highest quality, so it's the highest model available on VEO, but I would say this video is not that great. It could be much better. Kling just did better job and was something that was already working on Kling. So for this one, I would say Kling is stronger. So here is the video that we'll be recreating right now. So here is a whole prompt. The prompt is very long, and here we have the first generation again with Kling 2.0 master, and here is the video. So the video looks very realistic. We can see the Black Panther look very realistic. This guy looks realistic. So everything look alright with this generation. I would say this is a very good generation. Now let's do the same with VEO3. So as you can see here, we have a prompt, the same prompt exactly. And here we can see the video. Okay, so sounds are alright. We can hear this guy walking. We can hear the panther breathing. Although the graphic again reminds me of old computer games. So this is why I think their main target market will be actually gaming as users. But we'll see. Maybe it's just one of the markets that they have in mind. But this is, in my opinion, a very strong model that maybe a lot of game developers will be using very soon. But in this case, obviously, Kling did the better job. Obviously, the quality of video on Kling looks better, in my opinion. This Panther here look a little bit more wooden, I would say. This guy too, again, it looks like very old game. It's not bad, it's just looks old, right? So in this case, in my opinion, Kling wins. Now let's test the next one. Now we'll be watching when people are eating something. So here we have a whole prompt, very simple one, and we are using Kling 2.0 master. So again, it's not the latest Kling, but a little bit older. And here is the video. So we can see she's biting the burger. There are people around her. So this is a nice generation. She's also using a napkin, which only adds realism to this scene. Again, very nice video. Now let's compare it with VEO2. So here we have the same video, but made with VEO2. Again, it looks alright, but I would say it's a little bit too close. In my opinion, it should be a little bit more zoomed out. But okay, I didn't specify it in my prompt. The prompt is very simple, so AI can understand this prompt as it wish. But again, it looks quite realistic. We can see lipstick on her lips, look also like a real lipstick, because in many cases women have a tendency to eat the lipstick from inside of their lips. So again, it looks quite realistic, although the food disappears in her mouth. It's a nice generation. And now here we have VEO3. So this is the latest model and the latest video. Okay, so first thing, the sound is a little bit weird. It's not really a sound of eating a burger, but it also scored another point for adding more to this scene. So in the video made on Kling, we had this girl that was using a napkin. Here this girl is picking up a cup and drinking, let's say water or maybe Coke, who knows, and eating the burger. So if I would decide what video is better, I would probably still say Kling, for this reason that there is more happening in the background and it's more zoomed out, so we see more details. Here we see only this girl. In the background there is nothing. She's eating burger and this scene looks alright. We have 5 fingers, so this is perfect. And she's also drinking, so this is good. I still think Kling is better, but you can let me know in the comment section below which scene in your opinion is better. I stick with Kling, but maybe in your opinion VEO3 did better job here. And now let's do something a little bit more difficult. So I have a prompt that I used here. So we have a woman that is attacked by a zombie. She falls and tries to fight back. The camera shakes as they struggle. It's fast, scary, and full of action. This is not an easy prompt. This is not an easy video. So here we have Kling 2.0 master, and here is the video. So again, this video, in my opinion, looks very nice. Of course, there is some distortion here where she is fighting with this zombie, but again, it looks very realistic, and if you would use it as a background footage, I would still say it's a good job and it's a nice video. So again, there is no problem with this whatsoever, right? Now, I did the same with VEO2, and here is the result. I would say it looks a little bit weird. they're struggling, but then when she break out of the zombie, she looks like, I don't know, she's in agony. Maybe she got bitten already. I have no idea, but it looks a little bit weird in my opinion. So this is not the best generation. It looks alright, but still Kling at this point is better. And here we have the same video, but with VO3. So again, the same prompt, and here is the whole video. So as you can see, there is no sound with this video, which was quite surprising. They are fighting, they are struggling, but I would say there are too many problems. There is a little bit of morphing here. They switch hands. It just doesn't look that real as Kling. So in this case, when you have a lot of movement, it seems like Kling at this point is the best model out there. But VO2 is working better with natural, let's say, content where there is not that much motion, at least on a first try, because this is all first attempt. I didn't want to create 5 or 10 videos to just showcase one scene. So this is all created with just one try. So when you have a videos that are very simple, like for example, this video here, when these women are just walking here on the shore or on this cliff, it looks very good. It looks very, very realistic. It looks like a real video. But as soon as you try to change it into something to be more different and more dynamic, then VO2 struggles. And the next part is the difference in pricing. So as you remember, we pay $250 per month to get access to 12,000 credits that you can use with Flow. So it means that for $250, we'll be able to create 120 videos. So it means that we are paying around $2 per video. Let's compare it to Kling, and then we'll see what is more affordable. So here is Kling, and let's check their plans. And of course, it was the highest plan available on VO3. So we'll do the same thing here. Here we have the highest model, which is getting us 8,000 credits per month. Let's take the price without the discounts. So let's say we have $80.96 and we are getting 8,000 credits per month. So we are not getting that many credits, but let's now check again how much we are paying for video generators. So again, if we are using Kling 2.1 with standard version, we have 20 per video, but master, we need 100 credits per video. So let's say you're using only Kling 2.1 master, although I would say it would be better to use 2.1 in some cases, but let's say you're using only 2.1 master. So it means that for 8,000 credits, we are getting 80 videos. And it also means that if we pay $80.96 per month per video, it means that we are paying $1 per video. So in this case, we are paying 50% less for what we'll be paying on VO3. And then if you need more credits, you just pay 81 cents per 100 credits. So I would say at this point, Kling has better offer and more options than VO3. We'll see in the future how it is changing, but at this point, in my opinion, Kling is still better. And it also seems that I'm not the only one who thinks like that, because I asked this question on my community on YouTube, and 123 people voted that Kling is their favorite model, 59% of all people that take part in this poll. So it seems like people usually agree with me, but as you can see, 33% of people voted on VO3. There were also some people voting on other models. Like for example, we had a comment that just was explaining all of them what are the best for, but there also was someone saying about Pixverse. So we have 2 votes on Pixverse as well. So it seems that Pixverse is also a strong player, but at this point, many people agree with me that Kling is the best one. Now I have a question for you. What you would like to see in the next video? Would you like me to record a video about Kling and how to use prompts properly and how to generate videos with Kling? Or do you prefer to create another video about VO3 with step-by-step tutorials and prompts and stuff like that? So now it's your choice. For this video, that will be it. And there is also one more thing that I want to tell you about. When you think about AI videos, it's not really that you always need all these tools. You can have 1 or 2 AI tools that will be way cheaper than that, and you can be successful on YouTube. If you already know what I'm saying about because you are part of my school community, then it's good for you. If not, you can let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to explain what I mean by saying that you can just have 1 or 2 AI tools and have better results while using, for example, very expensive video generators. But this is what I want to share with you in this video. In my opinion, at this point, Kling is better. When you compare pricing and when you also compare the outcomes, the videos itself. So this is what we can use right now. Kling is also tested model, have many users, but of course it might change. So if it will be changing or I discover something new, I'll let you know and I'll record another video. Make sure to subscribe to discover the latest AI tools. And of course, if you would like to discover how to generate videos, images, the latest AI tools, and how to monetize AI fast, make sure to watch the video that you can see on the screen right now. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.